I'm still trying to give away my free 3-question reading for reaching 10k subscribers on my channel. My last winner did not get back to me, so I'm spinning the wheel again to pick another winner. Let's do it. Here we go. So Vita Harrison, you are the winner of the free 3-question reading. Email me, the address is underneath each video and we'll sort that out for you. Hi there Virgo, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your weekly intuitive tarot reading for September 7th through to the 13th. Virgo, let's see what's on the cards literally for you. Let's work first with the Work Your Light card from Rebecca Campbell, to see what the overarching message or theme is. Or I'll just throw them across the room. How about that? I've messed up my crystals, that's all good. Let's go for another card. For Virgo, please. Stop. Ooh. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Maybe some of you are integrating changes. Maybe some of you are feeling, a deeper level of awareness, a deepening of your consciousness. I kind of believe that we're all going through this to varying degrees at the moment, guys. I mean, we're in the process of that great awakening. And for some of you, it might really feel like a new way of being. Some of you might not have experienced some of those symptoms before, and awakening comes with many symptoms. That it's definitely not all fluffy in fairyland. A lot of you will know that we fall out of alignment with things which can be our relationships, and then people leave our lives, and it can be really tough. It can be very sad, and it can be a lot of grieving. But ultimately, what we're doing is clearing space for what is truly aligned at a soul level to enter your life. Let's get a Yogic path card for you, Virgo. I'm going for this one because I saw it before. Vishuddha. This is the throat chakra, guys, and for many of you that might mean that you have something on your heart that you haven't communicated with at the moment, or you're being encouraged to share your voice from a place of truth and authenticity, to speak up, to hold your boundaries, and to really share what is in alignment with you at the moment. So that's a message for some of you, just to communicate honestly, and make sure that you don't suppress information. It's better out than in when it comes to those kind of key communications, I do believe. Virgo, let's go to the tarot story, beginning with the Wheel of Fortune in your recent past. What is transitioning at the moment? Yeah, great change, absolutely. Destined changes with the Wheel of Fortune. Let's get your current or focus energy out, Virgo. Strength. Well, Judgment is at the bottom of the deck. I feel called to include that there, because I say that because the Wheel of Fortune is also a great card of karma, and yeah, this is definitely some kind of predestined change that is come in to liberate you. Judgment is a card of liberating, of rising above, of awakening. The card is called Awakening in many other decks, and we have that as the Oracle card. Can we please have the near future outcome, please, for Virgo? Now the cards have gone quiet after everything jumping up. Literally. Yep. You are being realigned. Absolutely realigned, Virgo, to somewhere pretty amazing. Let's clarify. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. transformation, the Death card, guys. Ooh, big energies, really big energies, Virgo. Let's clarify judgment and strength. High Priestess. And we clarify now Two of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Got the Five of Swords. Five of Cups is underneath here. So, you know, two number fives here. And then we've got the tens as well. You are at the point of change, the middle point of making key changes that are really going to shift you in your life. You know, the fives in between, the point of change to lead you to the destiny that you desire is what I'm really seeing here. All right, well, let's get started with transformation, which is the Death card, but I love this version of the Death card here. And Five of Cups over here as well. You know, you're being deeply called here, Virgo, to release something from the past that has, you know, held you in some kind of energetic bind for a while. I mean, for me, it's very much, if we just look at judgment for a moment too, you know, these the black boxes of confinement, you know, something has, I feel, maybe held you back from purpose for a little while, and you are now having a great awakening to that. And some of you may have, you know, stayed past your time in a situation, job, career, you know, toxic friendship, relationship. I only say those because they're the big themes. It could be something quite different for you. And that changes our timeline, right? You're having a big shift come in to get you back on the timeline now. Your timeline is your soul's path, you know, what you agreed to do in this lifetime. So you're being shifted here. So there's a sense here that we need to leave the past in the past, because when we focus on what has been lost, we miss opportunities in the present. So it's really time to have acceptance of the past and now surrender, because you are being called and moved somewhere else. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is that big card of cyclic change that says, you know, let me shift you. It's a card of karma, predestiny, and it wants to bring you a luck change, or I'm really feeling shift your path in this particular case. Now, the transformation card, or the Death card, is also a card of cyclic completion. So I think some of you are completing a larger cycle in your life, and that can be, you know, a pattern of the same partner, same relationships, you know, going from one stage of life to the other, say maybe from, you know, maiden to motherhood, or, you know, motherhood to mage, that kind of thing, or, you know, into retirement, something like that. Or, you know, ending a relationship where you kind of really did go through the stages of life together, where you grew up together, even if it's just from, you know, teens into your mid-20s, it's a fundamental stage. So we're going through a cyclic completion, and that is because I feel like it's run its course, whatever the situation is. And when things run their course and you stay in them, we get the feeling of being stuck and maybe our growth slowing down, and for some of you just, you know, stagnating or not achieving full purpose. So the Wheel of Fortune has come in to shift you, and you're being asked to, you know, come out of the temple, come out of the chamber, come out of the confinement and follow the light. It's a beautiful message, Virgo. Because intuitively you've already felt that this is what you need to do. The High Priestess has been the angel on your shoulder, you know, calling you forth, calling you out of this dark time. In the judgment energy, you know, we see somebody who is ready to liberate beyond their confines. And the angel, you know, is the energy that taps you on the shoulder, or maybe it's a bigger nudge for some of you. Some of you might have been through tower moments. And this is the awakening to the fact that it's time for great change now. And the thing about judgment is it's the card that precedes the World in the Major Arcana, and the World is the last card in the Major Arcana, the hugest card of cyclic completion, right? So we've got a theme of that here. So judgment is saying, are you ready for the final judgment? Are you ready for the cyclic completion? Is there a second chance in the situation? Is there anything we need to forgive and forget? You know, or are we moving on? That is what you're being asked to do. And if we move on to the world energy, I mean, that's the victory of, you know, moving from one karmic cycle into the next when it is divine timing, predestined to do so, and going with effortless flow and acknowledging, you know, the lessons in the situation. But we know most definitely, Virgo, that it takes great strength to, you know, close or complete karmic cycles in our lives. Absolutely, because the thing is that they become comfort zones as well. Some of you may still be in it, or this is a release of a situation from the past with the Five of Cups. But there's a sense that the fulfillment and the opportunities that you desire are not in the situation, and that's why you're being called to move on. Some of you might have to, you know, tame those inner demons, or that the ego that says no, and the mind that's saying I should stay for the other person, I should stay and do this. You know, your higher self, the angel here, is trying to soothe you, is trying to get your attention and say, hey, you know what? By moving on from the situation, having the strength and courage to move on, that's when you're going to unlock this infinite potential. And I do feel like it's something to do with potential, with all the pentacle energy that I see coming in the future. Now, the High Priestess, yes, I feel that's the intuition. You've intuitively felt that this judgment energy is coming for you, and you can no longer deny that. That the High Priestess can be the revealer of mysteries when the timing is right. So there might be, you know, something from the subconscious that comes up, something that comes through a dream, or some information that comes to light, which is that final piece that you've been waiting for to bring this to its judgment. So that's highly possible as well, Virgo. So in the near future, we've got the Two of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. So, yeah, I mean, the Five of Swords for me says that, you know, if we don't consider stepping onto the new path, there's going to be an escalation in the conflict that you feel surrounding the situation. Going from Five of Cups to Five of Swords, it's the inner unrest. It's swords, it's the intellect, it's the mind going crazy, the overanalyzing, and feeling like we're fighting a losing battle because we're treading water, we haven't closed the cycle. I really feel that is the inner battle that resides when we stay in a situation past its divine timing. So the Two of Wands is, you know, you are being called to consider a new path. However, it's going to require leaving a comfort zone. That's what the Two of Wands talks about. There's still a connection to the past here. We know that from the Five of Cups. It's about holding the past energetic charge. But I feel that you have decided to turn to the future, and, you know, you've got one foot in, one hand on that future wand, and I think you're really considering what possibilities and opportunities are, you know, lying in wait for you outside of the situation. So the Two of Wands says, you know, are you going to leap beyond your comfort zone so that you can move to the Three, you know, creating a new future for yourself? And I feel that those opportunities are there for you, Virgo. I mean, the Ace of Pentacles is that divine gift, and I believe it's the light, the guiding light at the end of this tunnel that, you know, you're being asked to follow. You're being asked to follow the road of new opportunities. And the Ace of Pentacles is that divine gift or reward that comes for the person who has scaled the mountain, walked the path, and overcome those challenges. It can be a new home, it can be a new job. It's, you know, anything sort of earthly and tangible. It can be a new commitment as well, especially because we do have the, oh, look who's there, the Empress. That's the card of possibility and potential right there. You know, she's waiting for you. I said moving to the Threes. That's who I was thinking about, the Empress, the biggest card of possibility, abundance, blessing, and creation in the tarot. But ultimately what it's saying here, Virgo, that links to Virgo, you know, as well. It's yeah, that card there, Virgo, Taurus, Libra. So just saying, I mean, guys, sorry, I was getting very distracted by the Empress there. What it's saying is that the opportunities that potentially, you know, lie on this path or lie in wait for you have the ability to go the distance or go all the way. The Ten of Pentacles is the, you know, the greatest number of abundance. It's that, you know, living in a lot more, with a lot more blessings into, you know, throughout the period of life. This can talk about the beautiful home, the generational living, the pets, having enough money, whatever that kind of success means to you. It's saying that maybe it's on the new path here, and we need to consider our options here and consider leaving that comfort zone in order to get it. Now, the Aces, you know, they are pure potential and possibility, like the promise of the Empress. However, you know, with inspired action, Ace of Wands, they can become solid and they can happen. And having the Empress on the end of your reading there is the biggest blessing, because she is the energy that takes dreams, desires, and manifestations and births them into the physical, practical, tangible 3D world that we live in. So it's saying that all the conditions are here to step onto a new path, to make it happen and to reap the rewards of that Ace of Pentacles. And I think it's divine timing for that, with the energy of awakening, of judgment, Wheel of Fortune, of the death energy here. And intuitively, I think you felt that as well. So that is my message for you this week, Virgo. I feel like you're awakening to the truths here and being asked to allow the Wheel of Fortune to shift you. Don't forget to speak your truth, to communicate honestly if you need to as part of this situation as well. Okay, Virgo, I am going to sign off now and leave it there, and wish you all the best for the week. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective, so it won't be everyone's story in entirety this week. If you feel called to share, please do leave me a comment. I read each and every one and try to respond to as many as I can as well. It helps me get to know you guys and connect your energies, and I'll see you back here next week for another message.